Good morning, students. In today's lecture, we will learn about the grapevine communication, its patterns, advantages, and disadvantages. You are already familiar with the term communication. Communication, as you are already familiar, is related to the transfer of information between two or more persons. And when it is a matter of transfer of information, feelings, ideas, information, then obviously we mean it is a process or it has a certain path or network through which the transfer takes place. So we can broadly classify communication networks into two broad categories. The first is formal. Under formal category, the interaction takes place between the employees of an organization through official channels. For example, some formal documents like reports, business letters, then formal gatherings like conferences, meetings, etc. And the second channel through which the communication takes place within an organization is informal channel, or we call it grapevine. It implies an exchange of ideas, feelings, thoughts, opinions, etc. during relaxed or unmonitored moments. What I mean to say by using the term unmonitored is the time when the employees are free to act, react, and do whatever they feel like without the interference of the management. Like we have the tea breaks, we have lunch breaks, or we have some official parties, etc. Now let us learn more about the grapevine communication. You are already familiar with the term communication. Communication, as you are already familiar, is related to the transfer of information between two or more persons. And when it is a matter of transfer of information, feelings, ideas, information, then obviously we mean it is a process or it has a certain path or network through which the transfer takes place. So we can broadly classify communication networks into two broad categories. The first is formal. Under formal category, the interaction takes place between the employees of an organization through official channels. For example, some formal documents like reports, business letters, then formal gatherings like conferences, meetings, etc. And the second channel through which the communication takes place within an organization is informal channel, or we call it grapevine. It implies an exchange of ideas, feelings, thoughts, opinions, etc. during relaxed or unmonitored moments. What I mean to say by using the term unmonitored is the time when the employees are free to act, react, and do whatever they feel like without the interference of the management. Like we have the tea breaks, we have lunch breaks, or we have some official parties, etc. Now let us learn more about the grapevine communication. Now let us read some of the very important definitions on grapevine. As you can see it on the slide, the first definition is given by R.W. Griffin. According to him, the grapevine is an informal communication network that can permeate an organization. So, what does he say? Grapevine is a kind of network which exists or which can exist throughout the organization. It was just like the blood in the body of an organization. So nothing can stop it. It may just exist and flow throughout the organization. The second one is given by Newstrom and K. Davis. According to them, grapevine is an informal system that arises spontaneously from the social interaction of the organization. So here, what do they say rather? That it is a social interaction. So where employees interact with each other, irrespective of the various levels, all right, and they might interact for some official, unofficial, any kind of interaction, and this interaction is spontaneous. All right. So when does a conversation or an interaction be spontaneous? When there are no restrictions imposed. So it is informal. Along with that, it is a social interaction which is spontaneous. All right. By looking at these two definitions, we can say that grapevine is an informal, unofficial, and personal communication channel or system that takes place within the organization as a result of rumor and gossip. So, in what form does it exist? In forms of rumor and gossip. It is a complex web of oral information flow linking all the members of the organization. And it is not an easy or a very well-defined pattern, but it is complex. Why is it complex? It is complex because we do not know the source. From where does it arise, to which part of the organization it reaches, in what form it reaches. There are so many different questions which are there. So it is a complex web of oral information that may link all the members of the organization. So who is being informed, who is the informer, nobody knows, but it spreads throughout the organization. Now, there's a very interesting thing, that this grapevine is also not just haphazard structure, but this is also a very organized and a systematic pattern that helps it to grow. There are many patterns. So now we will be learning about the various patterns or the structures or the we may say networks that grapevine uses in order to reach out to the various members of the organization. So the grapevine does not have any definite pattern or direction, though it is largely horizontal in nature. It can be effective horizontally, vertically, and even diagonally. So it moves any direction. It's not upward, down, like we had learnt about the flow of information, from top to down, from down to top, or horizontal or diagonal. It can take any form. So Professor Keith Davis, who has done some research work on the nature of grapevine, has classified the patterns into 4 basic types. All right, and now we will be reading about each of them individually, and we will get a better idea of the working of this kind of network. Now you can see on the screen the various patterns, right? So first I would like you to look at the picture that I have selected in order to give you a glimpse of the setup of an organization where the employees are having a personal timeout in the organization itself. So this seems to be a workplace where you can see there are computers, they have laptops, people, youngsters are all talking with each other, laughing, and it seems that they are relaxed. All right. Now the thing that needs to be kept in mind is during this particular time or this phase of their relaxation, there are interactions and exchange of ideas related to a particular issue or various issues related to the management. And this is the most important time because here opinions, ideas are shared. And we know this, that many a times it happens that our ideas are formed, our opinions are formed by getting influenced by others' views, right? So you can see that it is an official atmosphere, official place, but people are having some time out to relax, discuss, and interact with each other. Now, as we were doing the various patterns that are followed by the uh, people, work employees in an organization in a grapevine. So one very prominent channel or pattern is single strand or single chain. Single strand network is an information network where one person will tell a message to another person and he will communicate it to another one person. The third person also will tell the same message to another one, and likewise it goes on. So they have very appropriately through a diagrammatic representation shown that it is a linear. One person is the source, he tells to one, the one further goes on like A to B, now B to C, now C to D, D to E, E to F, like this the message keeps on moving, but the source is only one person. All right, and it goes only to one person. Then second is gossip or star chain. Here all the persons in the communication network talk one another informally. In this network, someone plays or stays in the center of the system. He is the main or pivotal person. Like you can see it in the diagram. In the first one, which is in the form of a star, A is the center person, or he is the source. He is telling to C also, he is telling to D also, he is telling to F also, he is telling to I also. So he is sharing the information or his gossip or the rumor that he wishes to spread to different people, and he is the main person, he goes on spreading. But remember, here nobody is a claimant or nobody claims to be the authentic source. A is also saying he has heard from somewhere. Therefore, nobody is claiming to be the person who is giving this piece of information. They are just transfer stations. They are just sharing the information. All right. Likewise, in a smaller sense, they have given like J is the speaker. He tells to M, he tells to L, he tells to K. So likewise, slowly, this particular gossip, which was only a mind job of one person, now is being instilled into various people. Then we have the probability chain. Probability means possibility, right? In this probability network, information where each of the individual randomly tells about the same message. The source of information for each of the person hearing the message is different. Now, here it is, you do not go A, B, C, D, E, F. No, wherever you feel, whomsoever with whom, with your own group, you can share your views. So it is random collection of people. All right. And then each person hearing the message is getting the source of information is different. All right. I came to know through somebody. I came to know through somebody. Now see, you can see it in the picture also that this Mr. A, I would say this gentleman is conveying or sharing his gossip with these two men. Now that lady is eavesdropping. She is trying to gather whatever little she can from what these men are speaking. So what is happening? There is, flow of information. That lady will be hearing few words, then cook up a story, conveys it further. These men are sharing. It is something very gossipy because he is putting a hand on his mouth and sharing. So the body language says that this seems to be some secretive message which he does not want everybody to hear. All right. Then we have the fourth one, that is cluster chain. This cluster network is an informational network where someone first tells the message to the selected individuals, and those selected individuals pass the same information to other selected individuals, and the process continues in the same way. Most of the informal communication follows this chain. Here the pivotal or the center person passes the information to the others, who passes the information to other selected few. So it is like, small group. A is told to B, C, D. Now B has his own group of friends, F, G, H, C has P, M, D has J, K, L, right? Now these people, J will further go on to tell X, Y, Z like this. They have different kinds of selected friends. So likewise, the information keeps on flowing in clusters, in groups of people who are provided the information by their previous ones. So since informal communication follows no rule, direction or formality, it can quickly transmit any message in various directions. The information which the grapevine on informal communication circulates is generally ill-informed, rumor, and often untrue. Now, that is there, we cannot rely on it. These are all fake or unauthentic news. So let us find out, why does it take place at all? Then why does it take place? There are certain reasons for it. Here, one is absence of set rules, like where the working environment, there are no rules. People can, sit together, gossip whenever they feel like. There's nobody monitoring. There's no fear of anybody. There it breeds in. Then fabrication and untruth. That some people prefer to fabricate. Some have this tendency to create confusion, create some sort of a misunderstanding. So what they do is, by weaving false stories on accounts of events, they try to be center stage. Then cheap admiration. Some people try to spread rumors and distort message to get cheap praise. Like some people are so passionate about being at the center and want admiration because of some personal reasons, some personal weaknesses, that they think by doing some sort of a, gossiping and spreading rumors, they will be most wanted and admired by all. Complexity of message. Sometimes the complexity related to the message is such that when people tend to get some information, they instead distort the original message. All right. So therefore, as a result, the original message could be something else, but by the time it is spread, it is all distorted. Lack of understanding. That is, sometimes some people are ignorant, are not familiar with the truth. So as a result, whatever comes to their ears, they try to interpret according to their own small, narrow, limited understanding. Inattention. Inattention means like when you're not heart and soul listening to something. In small pieces, like we talked about hearing. So it's like hearing, sometimes you consciously pick up few words, sometimes you don't. So as a result, whatever finally you create out of the little bits that you have heard, it is all distorted. All right. Then comes tendency to resist changes. Some people are adverse to, or they are adamant against any sort of change in their functioning, in their pattern of thinking, or in their jobs, right? If they are told to change, that results in angst, hatred, anger. So that anger is spread in the form of rumors. So in order to defame the person, they spread these wrong messages and try to bring bad name to that person. Then we have the conflict. Conflict, sometimes the speaker and the receiver are not at very good terms. So as a result, they are some misunderstandings and they try to show each other down. So they use certain wrong means. Then no control. No control, as there are no standard mechanism to control the authenticity of the information. As a result, everybody can give his own piece of opinion about it. So these are few of very prominent reasons due to which this particular type of pattern of communication, that is grapevine, takes place. It has certain advantages and disadvantages. First is it is very economical. Any good or bad information can easily spread throughout the organization within no minutes. Action takes fast, no money spent, no time wasted. Immediately it is spent. Then second is that it is tends to bring a sense of unity. People form groups, although they come together for gossip, but after all their objective is to get together and develop certain bonds. So bonding exercise can beautifully be executed by having these channels. Then there is also informal mode of communication where people tend to, become and share their personal feelings. So it is also a platform where people can vent out their internal feelings. So as a result, they are able to get closer to each other, and even they are no internal feelings, they are all shared and it is all out. And finally, in an organization or establishment which is a formal place, there the information through grapevine ends up bringing the employees together. At the same time, it also keeps the people close to the management. So the management is all the time being watched, and management is the heart and soul of the employees. So there is a bond between them which gets thicker. So until unless we do not have this informal bonding, like we have tea parties, lunch breaks and all, if such moments are not created in the organization, then people will not know each other. They will not be able to understand or be able to gauge the various dimensions of the policies or the mechanism of working in an organization, and will not get will not be able to form a team. Now this is just the advantage, but it has also got some other side to it, that is the disadvantage, that it is results in rumors, okay, and might even tarnish the reputation of the organization. All right, then whatever information is being spread through this channel, it is always untrue. So there are chances of people misunderstanding, and this might lead to friction. Then another very important thing which is there, a word in the next point, is goodwill. So the goodwill of the company is also at stake with such cheap talks or rumors. That is, if the message in the outside world goes something against the organization, then other organizations who are planning to or working with this organization may have to think twice before further continuing their deals with them. Then another thing is that such talks lead to unproductive thinking. All right, we tend to start thinking on the negative terms, right? So it is very unproductive exercise at times when it gets too much. Like they say, excess of everything is bad. So if you are really seriously taking these gossips and rumors to your heart, then it will affect you and might lead to your lethargy, and might finally lead you to poorly perform your jobs, and you might even come to the verge of losing your job. So it can also work on your mind in a very adverse manner. And last but not the least, this particular channel or this network is not reliable. So whenever any information comes through through the oral medium, without any source, without any authentication, we should not take it seriously. Otherwise, what will happen is we will tend to get carried away by it and might result in our developing hatred for the organization in which we are working. So that is all from my side on this particular topic. I hope from the core of my heart that you have understood the concept of grapevine. And this grapevine is not only related to an organization. Everywhere around you also you see grapevine network exists even in informal setup. But here we are talking about formal setup because we are talking about professional life. Okay, so we are learning about all these channels which are dangerous but at the same time can be productive provided how we use them. All right, so that's all for this lecture. Thank you.